Hey guys, welcome back to VinceVell Customs. I'm going to share with you my 2013 EVO experience. Now, I've been playing Street Fighter for a long time, and I've always wanted to go to one of these tournaments, and I went with Zero Infinity and Sean Mosley. Zero Infinity's on Xbox mostly, Sean Mosley's on PS3. I've known these guys for a long time. So Zero, a couple months back, was like, I'm going to EVO, you want to come with me? You could crash in my hotel room. I was like, cool. He's like, yo, and why don't you invite Sean with you, because he's played him a couple times too. So we all went. Now I brought my monitor, Sean brought his PS3, and it was really cool to be able to meet these guys face to face. One's in Florida, one's in Texas, so no online lag, and we were just in the hotel room able to play each other face to face, and it was really cool. I was able to do combos and stuff that I can't do online with Rose, so it was really cool to see, you know, the skills and everything, just like face to face, and just played as many matches as we could because we know we're not going to be able to play each other like this for a long time, if ever again, we don't know. So it was really cool. Now, on for the EVO experience. Basically, I expected it like a New York Comic-Con. You know, you got wall-to-wall people, and it'd be chaos. Now, it wasn't as packed as a Comic-Con, but it was packed because people wanted to see all the fights and matches. So, you'll see in my video later on, basically when you walk in, there's a lot of room, but they put all the stations in the back corners, and they didn't leave enough room from them. So, I think the con of it was two things. One, people need to shower. I mean, you know, especially when you go to Comic-Con or anything, you get these people who just stink to high heaven. Now, I understand you're playing, you're getting into it, and you want to sit there and not realizing, but man, if you got a hotel room and you go get lunch, man, just run back upstairs, change your clothes, take a quick shower, because it was pretty bad at times, I won't lie to you. And I took a couple showers myself because, you know, after a while you just want to get that cigarette smoke because you're in the casino areas and all that out of you. So, but, you know, to each their own, that's just, you got to go with it, the goods and the bads. And the other bad thing was, each station had 4 consoles, 4 people on each side. And there's not much room between each of these stations. They had this whole big thing, but the stations are all close together. So you have a judge screaming for people for his station, but then you have a judge next to him screaming for his station. Then you got all the people playing. Then you got 4 people playing, and you got people waiting for their matches, and then you got spectators behind them. And it's just, you know, and everyone's just, it's chaos. So what I think they should do is, now I don't know if this is normal for EVO, they should put the stations along the walls. Then you have your players that are waiting for their matches kind of in between the stations with the judge behind them, and then all the spectators behind a rope. So this way, when the people are playing, you don't have people going over you and bumping you, hitting you, moving you, and breathing down your neck, where, you know, it was just too much. I think, you know, you'll see in my video what they really needed to do was just spread it out even more. They had a huge ballroom, but it was just kind of too packed. But, you know, I don't know if this is how it normally is, but I got to experience it. But that's kind of the only downside, those two things. Other than that, the pros far, you know, outweigh the cons. So, you know, Zero went up first for his Street Fighter 4 matches around 12 o'clock. He did pretty well in his first match. In the second match, he did good, but he didn't make it. Went into losers, 1, 2, or 3, then got booted out. But he was really cool, really happy with it. Glad I got to meet him. And, you know, it was pretty cool. So we went and got lunch, and then me and Sean Mosley were up around 4. Now, Sean went and did his matches at mine, so I asked Zero to film my matches, so I'll have those up on my channel so you can see how I did. Now, I had the bad luck of having a judge that was just clueless. Basically, he just wasn't yelling over everyone. He's screaming and yelling, and he's putting wrong people with wrong people. So the first guy I played, I beat. I was actually supposed to play that guy. The second guy I played, I beat. I wasn't supposed to play him. I'm on my third guy. I'm ready to beat him and win. People are knocking off my thing saying, stop, stop, stop. I'm like, what's going on? The judge is like, you're not supposed to be playing this guy. So the judge is acting like it's our fault, when it is his fault, because he's not screaming, telling people, this is who you're supposed to play, get with this guy, blah, blah. He's moving this guy over to this guy to fight, and this guy is over here. It was all over the place. So, a kid from Canada, I don't know your name, but if you're watching my video, thanks so much, because I gave you my business card. He stepped up, and he was like, no, you're supposed to do this guy with this guy, this guy, this guy. This guy's not here, he gets a bye. Kick him out, blah, blah, blah. So they went over to the big judges table. They were there for like 20, 30 minutes. We're all sitting there waiting. We're like, what the hell's going on? He comes back. So the judge is standing there, and this kid from Canada's running it. And I'm like, damn, this kid is just, he's telling everybody, you're supposed to fight this guy, you're supposed to fight this guy, and he's getting everybody in. I mean, he was just on the ball. He should have been a judge. I mean, he knew what he was doing, you know? And I guess because he's part of the Canadian Cup, I think that's what it was. Maybe one time I'll have to get out there and, you know, see how that works all out. But so finally, I started playing who I was supposed to play. So at this point, I played like 5 matches and I won, and some of these matches I wasn't supposed to play. So finally, I got to the end of the bracket where I was fighting the winner, and I was also the winner, kind of thing. So we were kind of both winners, and we weren't even in the losers and stuff because of the way the whole mess up. So no matter what, I guess we were advancing. So he was a young player. He beat me, but I still got up to the end. So I think he went to winner's bracket, but I went to loser's bracket in the next pool. So it was pretty cool. I made it out of my pool. I probably would have made it out of my pool if I didn't get the mess ups and play these wrong people, but that's just how it all worked out. So got into the next pool. So we had to wait like an hour for all the next pools to start and everything. So when I went to the next pool, it was like my pool was just chaos. I mean, because Diego was there, Mamucci, and all these other pros, they were all in there, so they were doing the winner's bracket. And it was just, I mean, everybody, when Diego got up, they were, I mean, you couldn't even move. It was chaos. So they did all the winners first, then they did the losers. So I'm waiting for these two guys to finish. It was a guy player, and no, I think it was a Guile player, and Abel, I think. So they're playing, they're waiting, so I'm waiting for my, because I had 2 buys, and I'm waiting for these guys to play. And then the judge was like, so-and-so, you're up over there. So this kid goes, that's me. He walks right between these 2 guys. I mean, right in the middle of their matches. And everyone's screaming, what are you friggin' doing? He's like, sorry. Instead of saying, sorry, let's get a judge, let's get this worked out, I apologize, he just walks over, doesn't even care. And these guys are furious because they lost like 10 seconds. One guy was up, the other guy was losing, but then the guy losing is now up. So they finished their matches when they actually should have went and got a judge right away. So when they finally got the judge afterwards, because the one guy was like willing to reset the bracket, the judge was like, I can't let you because you finished it. So I'm like, oh my God. I mean, it was just like chaos. I mean, no matter what happened, no matter what pool I went to, there was chaos. So finally, I played the Guile player over at the other station. I didn't fare too well. It was a really hard matchup. He was really good. I think he knew the matchup pretty well against Rose, so I did what I could. But I had a lot of fun, and I got as far as I could, so that was good. So in the rest of my videos, you'll be able to see from my experience, basically walking in the EVO, seeing all the people. You can see the awards. And then you can see at the end when Ono goes up on stage from the back of the room, you could get the feel of the audience just, screaming, yelling, having, crazy time. And then he announced Ultra Street Fighter 4. And I know you can see better videos on YouTube, but this way you can feel everybody just screaming and yelling when they announce all the characters and go nuts. So that's kind of what my videos are for, so you can get that feel. So if you ever want to go there, you kind of know what to expect and to see what it's like. And then we watched Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'm really not into that game, but to actually sit there and get the vibe from the crowd when something really good's happening, it's really cool. They did a demo of Killer Instinct. I gotta say the game looks pathetic. I mean, watching the demo, it's like they're hitting one button, jab, 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 jab. You're doing a combo. Once that combo ends, you're doing another combo with a different button. There's like no footsies. There's no setups. It's just like, hopefully, you just first person that hits gets the combo. And that's what the game seems like. I was never really into it when I was a kid, and I can't really see this game being very popular for tournaments because no footsies, no setups. It's just first person that hits a combo or breaks it, that's it. So I didn't really even care to watch that. Street Fighter 4 matches were amazing. It was a good year because it wasn't endless cameos or Akumas at the end. It was a lot of different variation characters. Infiltration busted out Hakan against P.L. Balrog. It was Zen with a Gen player. He friggin', it was crazy. The only bad thing about the Street Fighter 4 matches when Takedo and Infiltration were going. Takedo just threw air fireball with Akuma after air fireball. I mean, I literally was going like this, going to sleep. It was so boring. And every time he would throw an air fireball, the crowd was going woof, woof, or whatever Akuma noise makes. And that's all you heard about the whole match. It just took forever. It was just so boring that it was like I could have done without that. But, that's just the way it works out with a mirror match, I guess. You just got to do what you got to do. So, and a lot of people were like, how the hell did he make it this far? But, if you're just throwing air fireballs, he made it to the end, so you can't complain because whatever his gameplay was, he got him there at the end. So, that's what happens. So I could say I definitely would go again next year. I just wish it wasn't in Vegas because you got the people from East Coast and then you got Japan players, so I guess it's the middle point. I wish they would find a better place than Vegas because Vegas is expensive. I think if they could find some kind of a hometown area with a nice big hall where there's kind of like cheap places to eat, good rates on rooms, I think they could get more people. But Vegas is, I guess, just a bonus for some people, just to go out there and experience stuff. While all my matches, I got to get a picture with Ono, so I'll post that in the video too, so you can see me and Ono real quick. But other than that, it was a lot of fun, so I definitely would do it again. Check out the rest of my fighting videos. I'll have them on my channel so you can see all the matches and everything. It was pretty cool. I wish I knew who I was playing so I could put them in my videos, but I didn't get all their names and stuff. Just basically shook their hands, said good game. I like what you did there, that, and this. So that was about it. So had a lot of fun. Zero, thanks for inviting me, Sean. It was good to see you there again. And hopefully, maybe we could do it again next year or maybe another tournament or something. So check out the rest of my videos, and thanks for watching.
Nice.